was even I had some apprehensions, because even I started my coaching only from 11, so it was a new thing for me also. So so these tests mainly are the reason why you keep these many tests are to also get you used to this exam environment. So the only way you get rid of this fear is through the more number of tests you get, more number of tests you give, you ease into it.
Right. So भाई ये परफॉर्मेंस प्रेशर जो है उसको थोड़ा सा ईज आउट करना पड़ेगा. अच्छा हाँ भाई नेक्स्ट कौन है? आयुष. अच्छा आयुष तो आयुष. हाँ चलो भाई आयुष आ जाओ.
Hello भैया. भैया, have you any specific revision plan before JEE main or advance? Before 2 months.
Before JEE mains, first of all, through this, there is the first you have 1.5 years left, right? So first 1.5 years of prep, you ensure that you're clear with all your concepts. Because just before mains, I wouldn't advise that you try and learn new concepts. You first be solid with these concepts that you have, and also the assignments that sir advises you to do, the books that he advises you to do. The last 1 month before mains, last 1-2 months, the tests, you will start giving more tests, right? So the tests that you give, you will learn, you will get to know what sort of concepts you're weak in. So when I got to know that, say, in this topic I am scoring low, I would put a little more focus into that, maybe solve questions from another book. I would ask sirs for a different kind of book which could help me in that, or a different kind of set of problems. Mainly, but the main thing, the last month, don't forget to revise chemistry again. Chemistry will always be a boost for you. Maths and physics you get through practice throughout the years, but chemistry is something that is not easy to stay in your head for a long time, right? Especially inorganic. So last month before mains, I put a little more focus on chem to remember, because mains is also notorious for asking questions that involve memorization. But so these tests give you, the tests that you give the last 2 months before mains give you actually a good idea. Even I had a good idea thanks to a test that I gave of what concepts I needed to focus on, what were I comfortable with, and all that.
Great.
Okay भैया.
और समझ में आया? The number of tests you will give, huh?
Yes sir, समझा.
It will help you. Okay, next is Zoeb. Aaj Zoeb.
Hello. Yeah, I wanted to ask that, is there a certain time or something since from when we should start giving our 100, 120, 130% or something, or should we do that on a daily basis? Because if we think about it, if we are always trying to outdo ourselves the way we did before, that duration wouldn't last long. Because if we are like aaj 100%, kal 120 वैसा करके, so after 1 month or 2 months our body will start to having to take rest. So is there a time from where we should start, like now 1 year is gone, now we should take things more seriously and do every single day better, or something like that?
Yeah, the important thing in this whole journey is to actually ensure you don't get burned out. So you're right.
Yeah.
I myself from the very beginning did not put 100% effort. Yes, I did not try to outdo myself, but I ensured I did at least what the sirs told, and I ensured with what concepts have been taught. I'm familiar. I'm good. I have a good grasp on it. Now the pushing, when you try to push yourself to start outdoing yourself, that should ideally start from around 3 or 4 months before your mains, because if you even try doing it for a long time, you will eventually face a burnout. So even in this long lockdown where my exam got postponed, for the first few months, I started easing myself out. That is, I reduced the amount of hours I studied by a small amount, just so that I don't end up burning out, because we were all we didn't know when my exams would be, right? So it got postponed from May to August, then again from August to September. So for you, hopefully you will have an idea of when your exam is. So you should ideally start pushing to outdo yourself around 3 or 4 months prior to it, but don't remain lax now just because you have a year.
Yeah,
Uh,
so what should we aim for right now as a daily routine, like daily work ethic? How many hours or how many number of questions? And see, the problem is sometimes we are told to do XYZ number of questions, but then efficiency comes into role. So as a freshers, should we focus on the number of hours right now?
no,
Or
no. Right now, focusing on the number of hours would not be the good thing to do, because you should actually focus on, see, because every student has his or her learning curve, right? Some student might be able to grasp a concept in less time. Some might be able to grasp it in a slightly longer period of time, but that doesn't matter. So right now, the number of hours you put in should not matter. Right now, what should matter is whether you are understanding that concept. It doesn't matter how long it takes for you. The focus right now should be on how much, whether you're familiar with that concept or not. Because right now, 1 year is still a good amount of time. So you are not hard pressed for time right now. So even if it takes slightly longer, it's not an issue. If you're able to do it in a slightly lesser time, that's good. You can focus on something else after that. So right now, you should focus on whether you're able to understand that particular concept. Don't focus on the time you're putting in right now.
and like what should our daily goal be? Like on a daily basis, how much effort should we put in?
I think Zoeb wants to quantize the things. How many
Yeah,
hours I
yeah,
should see,
because
like.
the way like I do things is like I plan out कि इतना से इतना पढ़ना है मुझे आज ये हो गया हाँ तो फिर ठीक है now I can like relax or something like that.
Zoeb, what
So
what Ayush is saying is, right now you have to build your concepts. Concepts हमारे जो है ना, अगर अगर एक बार build up हो गए, तो उसके बाद हमारी efficiency अपने आप increase हो जाएगी. Let's say you are studying for 3 hours daily. In these
हाँ
3 hours, currently you are able to solve, let's say, 10, 15 odd problems or 15, 20 odd problems. But once your efficiency increases, maybe in these 3 hours, you would be able to solve more than 30, 40, maybe 50 questions in 3 hours. So for that kind of efficiency, your grasping, your conceptual abilities, all these factors will be important. So that's what I was just saying. That right now you should work on building concepts. Try to understand concepts. Now, especially in mathematics and physics, concept पढ़ लिया हमने, formula याद कर लिए, derivations कर लिए. But I told you, maths and physics in both subjects, क्वेश्चंस करने के बाद ही वो कॉन्सेप्ट बिल्डअप होता है, उसके बाद ही वो स्ट्रांग हो सकता है. तो डेफिनेटली एक सर्टेन नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस हमको टारगेट करने पड़ेंगे डेली बेसिस पर. हैविंग सेड दैट, ऐसा भी नहीं है कि तुम्हें दिन भर बैठे रहना पड़ेगा, जैसे मैंने कहा है कि रिलैक्सिंग भी नहीं होना है, और उसके बाद ऐसा भी नहीं होना है कि हम टायर्ड हो गए एक दिन पढ़ के और अगले दिन हम कुछ पढ़ ही नहीं पा रहे हैं. तो कहीं ना कहीं एक थोड़ा बैलेंस बना के चलो. एंड यू नो योर कैपेबिलिटीज है ना, तो पता है कि कहाँ पर बैलेंस बन रहा है, कितने क्वेश्चंस में रियली कर सकता हूँ. जितने तुम्हें टारगेट दिए जाते हैं ना, जैसे हम एक चैप्टर फिनिश कर रहे हैं तो एक चैप्टर इतने दिन में फिनिश कर रहे हैं, उस पीरियड में जितने नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस तुम्हें दिए जाते हैं, दैट इज अ बैलेंस डाइट मेरे हिसाब से. मतलब उतना तुम्हें करना चाहिए मिनिमम. अब उसके आगे तुम और एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट मारोगे तो डेफिनेटली उससे तुम्हें और हेल्प मिलेगी. नहीं कर सकते हो कोई बात नहीं, नेक्स्ट ईयर है हमारे पास, बहुत सारा टाइम मिलेगा रिवीजन टाइम में, है ना, करने के लिए.
सर मेरा कहने का मतलब ये था कि मान लीजिए मैं 1 महीना किया तो 1 महीना के बाद मैं ये देखूं कि अब पहले 3 घंटा पढ़ा था हर दिन, अब 4 घंटा करूं, कि मैं ये देखूं कि पहले 3 घंटे में मान लो 15 क्वेश्चन हो गए, अभी 3 घंटे में 30 हो रहे थे, फिर 3 घंटा में ही मतलब एफिशिएंसी बढ़ाया जाओ कि ड्यूरेशन भी बढ़ाना पड़ेगा.
भाई ये नंबर ऑफ आवर्स तुम्हें पता ही नहीं चलेंगे. द डे यू फील इंटरेस्टेड इन दिस जर्नी ना, कि हाँ मुझे करना है, मोटिवेशन जो आ जाएगा ना, तो तुम्हें घंटे और घड़ी को तुम देखोगे नहीं यार. समझ रहे हो मेरी बात? अभी तुम 3 hours 4 hours कर रहे हो, एक दिन जब ऐसा आएगा तुम लगेगा कि हाँ यही दिस इज माय फुटबॉल थिंग, दिस इज माय गिटार थिंग, यही तो है, दिस इज व्हाट आई लव टू डू. तो तुम फुटबॉल खेलते हो, तुम कभी देखते हो कि 1 घंटा हो गया चलो घर पे वापस चलते हैं? नहीं, आधा घंटा और, हाफ एन आवर मोर. तो वो चीज जिस दिन आ जाएगी ना, फिर तुम ये डिस्कशन करोगे ही नहीं, और वो आ जाएगी. Okay.
Sir.
Okay. Yes.
So just one thing, the students in this meeting are giving JEE in 22, right?
22, yes, sir.
Okay.
22.
Just wanted to get an idea of the time.
Yes. So, बच्चे अभी just I had 10 to 11th and they are really scared. तो मुझे लगा कि एक बार तुम्हारी help required है यहाँ पर.
Yeah, in the beginning of this thing, you will be feeling scared because it's a whole new thing, right? But
Yes.
as you learn to like this learning journey, it will not be much of an issue to you.
Correct. And next is Smith. Smith. Yes, Smith. Unmute.
Um, Good afternoon. Hello.
हाँ हाँ बेटा आवाज आ रही बताओ ना बोलो ना.
As like sir told that your grasping power is very good, and for a student like me, my grasping power is not that good. And so, what should I means? How should I work out to solve that issue? Means, is there something that I can do?
See, you should see, each student should work to what his or her capabilities are. So do not pressurize yourself that, say, if someone is managing to score these many questions in this much time and you are taking slightly more time, it doesn't matter right now. What matters is how you are after another year or so. So just like I told in the previous answer, right now, no matter how much of time it's taking for you, just ensure your concepts are at par with others. Because because once you're strong with the concepts, the time it takes for you to solve the questions will slowly decrease as you solve more and more questions. But the primary thing you need to build upon is the concepts. So even if it's taking slightly longer for a person to grasp the concept, it doesn't matter, because what matters is how much time it takes for you to solve 1 year down the line, not now.
Very
Okay,
nice.
thanks.
So Smith, देखो just ये है इसका कि grasping होनी चाहिए है ना. Maybe you will take 2 hours, somebody else will take 1 hour. Doesn't matter.
Yes.
In the duration of this 1 year, you will improve on that. But give up नहीं करना है कि हाँ मुझसे तो हो ही नहीं रहा, चलो उसको छोड़ते हैं आगे बढ़ते हैं. जिस मोमेंट में लगता है कि it is taking more time, take more time, no issues. घर पे बैठो और उसको समझने की कोशिश करो. You have recordings. अब तो ऑनलाइन में एक एडवांटेज ये भी है कि मान लो क्लास में कोई चीज स्किप हुई तो तुम रिकॉर्डिंग्स रेफर कर सकते हो, तो उसको समझने की
हाँ
पूरी
सर.
कोशिश करो, है ना. और अल्टीमेटली नहीं आता तो फिर फैकल्टी से बात करो कि मुझे इस चीज को फिर से क्लियर कर दो भाई, क्योंकि कॉन्सेप्ट्स अंडरस्टैंडिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. उसके बाद ही तुम अप्लाई कर पाओगे ना उसको.
हाँ सर.
ओके
Yes.
ओके. नेक्स्ट इज हार्दिक. हार्दिक.
Hello, Ayush. So, like Himanshu sir told about you, like that beat any situation, you always be calm and composed. Like Shaunak also asked, like how to be. It's not about like exam fear, but for me, it's like when I start solving a question during an exam. So, like if I don't get the gist or the hint how to solve it in 10 or 20 seconds, I used to panic. So, how to counter that? Please tell.
Could you just repeat the question again? I couldn't hear it properly.
Like Himanshu sir told about you that you always be calm and composed in any situation. For me, it's not the exam fear, but like if I don't get the hint how to solve a question, I used to get panic in 10-20 seconds only. Like this question is not going to be solved by me.
See, so right now at this stage, no one also expects a student to solve all the questions. It's not like every question should be solved by a person in their exam time. See, the problem with an exam is it's 3 hours, right? So you will be pressed for time. There might be certain questions that you can't solve, but you should not panic for that in the middle of the exam. In the middle of the exam, what you do, you leave that question and move on, solve what you can solve, and then come back to it when you have time. Say if you're not able to solve it, then no issue. After the exam, you can introspect. You can find out why you're not able to solve that question, because right now you have no compulsions that you should be able to solve all the questions. You still have another 1.5 years or so. So, so you right now don't get panicked whether if you're not able to solve a particular question. Leave it, move on to the next. Try and solve the questions that you can, and then when you have the time left, come back to the question and try and see whether you can solve it. In the duration of the exam, if you're not able to solve it, no problem. After the exam, try it yourself first, and if you're still not able to do it, then maybe you can ask your sirs or try and look up the concept, because all these tests aren't only meant to test whether you are able to solve that question or not. You can also learn from these.
That's right. So Hardik, answer to your question was this, and I would like to add, मुझे लगा कि स्टार्टिंग में अगर क्वेश्चन नहीं हो रहे हैं तो यू आर पैनिकिंग. सो द आंसर सजेस्ट जो भाई बोल रहा है आयुष कि भाई वो पैनिक नहीं होना है, बिकॉज नोबडी एक्सपेक्ट्स यू टू सॉल्व एंटायर पेपर. होगा ऐसा, एंड देयर इज नो ऑर्डर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस की सॉर्टेड नहीं है कि वो डिफिकल्टी ऑर्डर में बढ़ते जाएंगे. तो पहला क्वेश्चन नहीं हुआ, दूसरा क्वेश्चन मे बी थर्ड क्वेश्चन भी नहीं हुआ. यू नीड नॉट टू पैनिक. तो पता है कि सारे क्वेश्चंस मुझे करने ही नहीं. यू हैव टू सॉल्व रफली 70-80% ऑफ व्हाटएवर जैसा पेपर का डिफिकल्टी लेवल होगा उस हिसाब से हम पेपर को सॉल्व करने वाले हैं. तो पैनिक किसी भी सिचुएशन में करना ही नहीं. पैनिक हम क्यों करते हैं? बिकॉज हमारी एक्सपेक्टेशंस बहुत ज्यादा होती हैं. एक प्रीएम्प्टिव माइंड एक ऐसा होता है कि भाई हम पेपर देने से पहले डिसाइड कर चुके होते हैं कि मुझे आज जो है 100% पेपर सॉल्व करना है. तो वो माइंडसेट लेके आओ ही मत ना यार. ठीक है. ओके हार्दिक.
Yes, yes.
हाँ.
Thank you.
ओके बेटा. चलो नेक्स्ट
Actually,
इज शिवेन. शिवेन.
हाँ सर.
हाँ.
भैया अगर आपके मतलब स्कूल और जील के टेस्ट एक साथ होते हैं, क्योंकि स्कूल वाला तो हो जाता है कभी कभी ऐसा कि जील का कोई बड़ा टेस्ट आ रहा है जैसे पार्ट टेस्ट या सीए और वो स्कूल के टेस्ट के साथ है, तब आप क्या करते थे?
So basically what I did was in that 1 hour I had right between the school and zeal, I would try to do my school things first because I did not want a backlog in the school side of it too. So basically what I did was in the day, so since I'm a non-integrated student, I have very little time in a day for proper self-study at home. So what I did was in any time that I could get in zeal or in school that I was free, I would try. In school I limited myself only to school things, in zeal only to zeal things. I didn't let the two mix. So in school, suppose I have a break, then if I have time or if I'm feeling to do so, I would read what was done in school. And also in the classes I focus, and my teachers were also very good at DPS. Whatever they taught stayed with us throughout. I rarely had to reread the entire textbook. I just read their notes before the exam and went to give it. And even in zeal, the teachers teach very well, but obviously JEE portion of it does require certain amount of rereading. So I managed to do the school things within school, and I left the zeal things for when I'm home or in the break between two classes at zeal. Whenever a major test at school came up, then yes, I actually did spend some more time for the school side of it. But I ensured that in a day I would spend certain amount of time to get over with the school portion and the remaining time with the zeal. And also the part tests or the full tests. If along with the classes going on, if you are able to catch up, if you're able to understand the concept that is taught up till that class prior to the exam, then you will not have much to actually revise. Only certain small pointers you may need to revise. Just before the exam, maybe you will need to solve certain questions. So that would save a lot of time. You wouldn't need to reread the entire syllabus because you're already comfortable with it thanks to the duration of the classes.
बट फिर वो कॉन्फिडेंस आने के लिए थोड़ा अगर क्वेश्चंस नहीं करूंगा तो कॉन्फिडेंस एकदम जीरो हो जाता है. मतलब ऐसा लगता है कुछ आता ही नहीं.
Can you repeat?
If I don't solve enough questions, I feel like if I haven't put my 100%, and वो कभी नहीं लगता कि 100% हुआ है, क्योंकि हमेशा लगता है कि नहीं मैं उस टाइम थोड़ी देर बैठ गया था तो मतलब तब भी पढ़ सकता था, तो 100% तो नहीं है, तो उसकी वजह से कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आता, फिर खराब हो जाता है एग्जाम.
No, that is understandable. You have to just keep that drive. It's just these 2 years where you need to keep that drive that I am focused towards achieving this goal, and that drive should motivate you to give enough confidence. I'm not saying don't spend time on the phone, don't watch TV. You should do those things also. I myself every night I used to read a book. So you shouldn't feel that way. This drive. The drive that you have for achieving your end goal should keep you confident enough that I have put in whatever effort, I have put in the maximum effort I can for this test, and I will do my best in this test.
बस एक लास्ट चीज, आप डेली बेसिस पे एवरेज कितने क्वेश्चंस करते थे पर सब्जेक्ट?
See, I never actually followed a schedule from the beginning. I kept it flexible because I'm also not an advocate of late night studies. So so it's tough for me to put a number on it because I never kept any fixed schedule. I kept it flexible. Say if one day I have more of school work, I would give slightly more time to school, because in 11th that is understandable. Towards the end of your end of this journey only, you will need to start you shouldn't compromise on the zeal side of things. But in the beginning, yes, if I had slightly more schoolwork, I would give more time to the schoolwork. And in the beginning, that did not actually impact a lot, because I found that the two things were complementary. My zeal, whatever I studied at zeal, helped me in school. Sometimes what I studied in school also helped me at zeal. So I never kept like a fixed number. And of course, since I'm a non-integrated student, I didn't have much time also available in the day. So wherever I would find time, I would try and fit in the self-study side of it. But the classes, I ensured that I was with full focus. So that alone can also add up to the amount of time you study. But see, the amount of hours you study doesn't matter. What matters is the amount of the quantity that you were able to absorb in that time. So if you're able to absorb it in 3 hours, that's fine. If you take slightly longer time and you have that time, then give that time. It doesn't matter.
Thank you.
Great. So that answers your question, Shuyan. Satisfied?
Awesome.
Okay. Okay. Next is Pratiksha.
Hello, Vaya. My major concern was that how exactly do you divide your time for the 3 subjects? Because often it happens that we unconsciously cling to one subject and it kind of disturbs the schedule for the other 3, especially before the tests.
See, I do not keep like every day I need to study certain amount of maths, certain amount of physics, certain amount of chem. Sometimes I would give a day for maths, sometimes physics and chem. In the beginning, yes, my devotion of time was interest based. But see, as you go on, you get a certain liking of things. So see, the division of time, I did not like keep it fixed that I would give certain time to this, certain time to that, and all. It was on a need basis. That's why I kept a flexible schedule. If I felt that I had a certain backlog in a chemistry, I would work to clear that backlog. So I wouldn't advise you keep a rigid schedule. Keep it flexible, because certain subjects will require more time than the others. Certain topics within a subject will require more time. Certain topics will take less time. So you should keep it flexible so as to meet the needs.
Thank you.
Okay. Nice. So who's next? Aryan. Aryan, go ahead.
Hi, Vaya. My doubt is also related to the last one. Like if a physics TWT is coming in say 4 or 5 days, so I would solve the booklet while sir would be teaching the chapter. So now after solving the booklet in the 4 or 5 days, I would go for reference books like HCV or DC. And then that whole focus would shift on physics for those 4 or 5 days and a bit of maths. And at the end of the week, I would find myself that, okay, I've not done chemistry for the entire week. And this balance gets disturbed. And this in turn affects my CA or part test.
So see, suppose you have physics TWT coming up, don't give your full effort just for that. You also have to keep in mind that the fact that your main exam is 1.5 years down the line. So do not put your full effort just to solving for that TWT. See, ideally the TWTs come at a time where you would have finished a booklet and you would have finished a certain amount of HCV. I personally actually did not use DC Pandey much. I only used it for topics where I felt I was weak, because it isn't ideal to keep too many books for a single subject also. So do not put your full effort in those 4 or 5 days to physics for that, just for that TWT, because the TWT isn't going to decide your fate, right? The main exam that's going to decide your fate is in 1.5 years, and that is going to have physics, chemistry, and maths. So give a certain amount of importance to the TWT, because yes, it will teach you things, but do not let that full focus go to that.
Okay,
Correct.
thank you.
All right, Aryan. Who's next? Rushik. Rushik, go ahead.
मेरा क्वेश्चन कि हमने certain things plan पर
There's some disturbance coming, Rushik. We cannot hear you properly. Hello?
सर आवाज
हाँ ऋषि, कुछ थोड़ा डिस्टर्बेंस आ रहा है यार। देखो क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, तब तक मैं चारवी
या हेलो भैया, मेरा थोड़ा सिली सा डाउट है। आपने इतने सारे फॉर्मूले लाइक अभी तो चलो फिर भी थोड़े कम है, बट लाइक एंड तक बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाएंगे, तो आपने लाइक सारे याद कैसे किए इतने सारे फॉर्मूले?
See, don't remember all the formulae. Remember only particular, only remember certain formulae that say will take you a long time to get. Because see, I do not remember all the formulae. Like for example, at this point you may not know, but see, certain I do not try and remember all the formulae. I remember the important ones, and I knew that a certain other the formulae that I've omitted from remembering can be derived within a few seconds. It is not necessary. For example, in say fluid dynamics, you get surface tension. Then if you want to say find the height of capillary rise, I did not remember the formula, but yes, through practice now I do remember it. Through practice you will actually end up remembering a lot of formulae, but there are certain formulae which you needn't remember because they will be easy for you to derive. But actually I found most formulae I ended up remembering due to the fact that I would have done a good amount of questions in that one topic, so it became a sort of muscle memory, say.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right. Rishik, you want to try again? Rishik? Problem अगर Rishik देखो.
हेलो सर
हाँ बेटा, कुछ आ रहा है यार, डिस्टर्बेंस है थोड़ा सा. Okay, Abhijit, by the time.
Hello, bhaiya. So what I wanted to ask was like, I often tend to procrastinate my whatever I do, even if it's problems or booklets or questions. So did you ever did it happen to you too, and like how to overcome it?
Yeah, so to a certain extent, yes, every person does procrastinate things. But as I've said earlier, also, it's the drive for achieving that goal that should motivate you not to procrastinate. It's just for another 1.5 years that you have to grind. After that, it doesn't matter. So just keep in mind that in these 1.5 years, solve things on time, grind, then you will get the goal that you're intending to get. So that's the only thing you can do to overcome that procrastination.
Correct.
Thank you.
And anybody else? That's it.
सर कोई और नहीं पूछा तो मैं फिर से पूछूं.
हाँ हाँ पूछो ना शिव, पूछो.
भैया आपने कुछ तो एक्स्ट्रा ही किया होगा ना 115 के लिए, मतलब सबका इतना थोड़ी नहीं.
See, in the beginning, I had no idea what my potential could be because as I said before, I started coaching only in 11th, so I had no idea of this whole process. In the beginning, everyone has this number, like say top 1,000 is good. So I went along with that. The other exams that I gave also did not go too great. Like in 11th, I gave KP, I did not clear it. In 12th, I gave it, I cleared it. Then, for example, in 12th, I gave Olympiads. One I cleared, one I didn't. So until December of last year, I do not have any particular number in mind. But then when I had a good performance in January mains, that opened my eyes. I felt, yes, maybe I could achieve top 150, top 100. So that was a good eye opener. So these national other exams that you may give like KVPY or Olympiads, they themselves will also be an eye opener because now it's too early for you to judge what rank is an idealistic rank for you to expect. Every person can, yes, every person can keep 100 in mind and work, but it's also important that before that exam you keep a realistic goal, because say if you keep that idea, keep in mind that you want a top 100 rank, and say the exam the questions come slightly tough, that itself will create a weight on your mind, and that might impact your performance in that particular test. So my expectations only improved once the mains this year got over. Until then, I had no particular expectations.
Okay, thank you.
So now Ashwin, extra कहाँ पर है? Extra यहाँ पर है. Like I told you, there should be some short-term goals. 1.5 year journey is too long. There will be KVPYs, there will be Olympiads, and that those marks, those performances will be a good reflector कि हम कहाँ पर हैं. हमारी current national exams है ना. तो हमें clear होता रहेगा कि हम कहाँ पर अभी stand कर रहे हैं और हमें कहाँ पहुँचना है. Okay. Okay, Radhika once again. Radhika, yes.
Yeah, hi. Were there times where you went into a state of mind where you just didn't know why you're doing all this? Like the question that arises, why am I doing this? What am I doing this for? I mean, every person does get demotivated at some point of the time. Like if you're scoring less, or I don't know if that happened in your case, because obviously I don't think it did. But like if it did, how do you cope with that?
I managed to stay motivated because I built an interest in these subjects. The teachers who are also teaching you are great teachers. I'm sure all of you will be having a lot of fun learning chemistry in GB sir's classes. So so the teachers also help build an interest. So that interest is what mainly propelled me forward, because I also had the focus that I should, at the end of these 2 years, at least I should have gained some knowledge through this, apart from, of course, the goal of getting into an IIT. So I managed to build up an interest in physics, chem, maths, and that interest is what motivated me to continue this journey.
Okay, thanks.
All right. रजत फिर से आ गया भाई. रजत चल आजा भाई रजत.
हाँ, तो भैया मेरे साथ क्या प्रॉब्लम है, मैं बस मेंटल और थोड़ा टाइम मैनेजमेंट में थोड़ा लैक करता हूँ, वरना अगर फोकस हो तो कर तो मैं सकता हूँ. तो आप मतलब एक इंटीग्रेटेड स्टूडेंट के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कुछ बता सकते हो कि हमें कैसे मैनेज करना चाहिए 11th और 12th में रूटीन?
See, from integrated point of view, I can't say much because I don't have an idea of the time distribution and all that. But the time management issue, yes, in the beginning you will face a problem. But like I said, if you solve more and more questions, your speed naturally increases. If it isn't, then go back to the concept, because the underlying thing that ensures that you are able to solve a question fast or not is the concept. If you are able to see a question and identify its concept immediately, then it will take less time for you. So the more questions you do, you'll naturally develop the ability to see a question and say it is this concept. So you'll know what direction you have to go in. But from the integrated point of view, I can't say much. Maybe afterwards, sir could ask some one of my friends to talk. But integrated.
Yes, definitely. Definitely, I'll ask somebody else to come over to answer your question, Rajat. Huh?
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, भैया.
Okay. So wait, Tanisha is here for the first time. Tanisha, ask your question.
Hi, actually my question was how should we like manage the time for the old chapters? Like for maths specifically, we need constant practice. So how should we manage the time for the old chapters?
See, in maths, yeah, that thing can happen. You will have, of course, regularly scheduled CAs, right? So those will definitely help. But what I would say is, at that moment, you first focus on the concept you're learning. If you feel that, say, earlier concepts are weak, then you can give a certain focus to that. CAs will definitely help. This problem you might not face in physics, because in physics, the order they teach you, that order, so suppose you're learning mechanics first. Mechanics will end up, if you're learning kinematics, you will still be able to revise through rotation again. So you will not face that problem in physics. In chemistry, the only thing I can say is, of course, you will need to reread every single time, because chemistry is like that. In maths, you first focus on clearing the concept that you're learning. If you feel that, say, earlier concepts are weak, because of course these you will be having regularly scheduled CAs, right? So the CAs will also give you a good idea of whether that old concept is weak or not.
Okay, thank you.
And Tanisha, adding that every particular topic is connected. So like you went through trigonometric identities, then we studied about what trigonometric equations.
Yeah.
Then 2 more chapters of trigonometry are going to come, right? In 12th standard, you are going to cover inverse trigonometric functions and then solution of triangles. So everything will be revised through these chapters. Everything is connected in PCM. You know? So don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next is Zoeb. Zoeb, फिर से आ गया.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that right now, considering the lockdown thing, should we make some amends in our routine and like what did you do regarding the lockdown? You had an exam in lockdown. So did you make some amends and what should we make to our routine?
So what I did in this lockdown was in the beginning, once I saw that it's starting to get postponed, I slightly reduced the time I studied a day because I did not want to end up burning out, or you also have to peak at the right time, right? So that this whole lockdown thing has been a pretty bad thing. So see, what I did was, so I reduced the time a bit. I spent some time on certain other things also. I played chess for some time, like that. That was primarily because I did not want to end up burning out. So for all of you, this whole lockdown thing, it could actually help. Of course, yes. This whole thing, teaching has been severely impacted. But in this whole lockdown thing, I actually managed to improve maths a bit, because out of the 3 subjects, I found that maths was the weakest of the 3. So in this lockdown, I spent slightly more time for maths and improved it. So this lockdown will actually give you a good time to introspect, because you will not have any other thing, right? There is nothing else that can that could distract you in this time. But yeah, overall it's had a pretty slightly negative impact, but yes, you can try and look for positives in this.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Zoeb. Done?
Sir.
Okay. Meg, you go ahead first.
Yes, sir. Hello. So my major question is that what the plan we should make just one day before the exam, like before CA or before the part test. What should be our main strategy just one day before the exam of revision?
The strategy for one day before these exams does not matter much, because you don't look at these exams as like small major things that come. Look at it as something that comes in your journey. So you have to see it as a whole. So I do not have any particular strategy for one day before the exam. Sometimes I might be studying things that might not be coming in that exam, because you have to also keep in mind that you do not lose touch of what is being taught. So I do not have any particular strategy for one day before these exams. Of course, yes, the final JEE mains and advance, yes, you need to have a proper strategy. But for these exams, I did not have a particular strategy, and I don't recommend one, because don't get too focused on these small exams that come up, because you have to also keep in mind that everything is, this whole thing accumulates at the end.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Who's next? Shaunak?
Hi, Shaunak here again. I mean, before the test or any exam, I get butterflies in my stomach, and then I start to, and if the test comes really, really tough, then I start to lose my patience and I do the whole test bad. So, I mean, how to prevent that
If it's really, really tough, you will also have to keep in mind that it's whole thing is a relative performance, even in the final exam. So you shouldn't get butterflies in your stomach before these exams, because they're not going to be the main things. You can look at these exams as yet another assignment that you're getting, except that in this you have a particular time limit within you have to solve. But if it ends up coming tough, you don't need to worry, because it's a relative performance. That's what my dad also tells me. Relative performance is what matters.
Okay.
So, but you look at these, like the CAs, the part tests, the TWTs, you look at them as an assignment that you have to solve within a particular amount of time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, sure. So, okay, last one is now we should end this up. बहुत time हो गया है ना? Aryan.
Hello, Bhaiya.
Aryan.
Hello, Bhaiya. My question is that how to manage the study of KVPI exam, as it is very difficult to manage both PCM of coaching and also there is a homework of schools also. So, according to my point of view, how many questions should practice per day? As because there is a lot of material given by HM sir, and also upcoming days physics and chem will also start, and also sometimes I neglect KVPI practice when CA or practice exam came near and near. So, how
Yeah,
should
so see, KVP by 11th, I can't say much because I did not clear it. And yes, KVP 11th is a whole different thing because of the fact that you will study biology. And if you are a PCM student, then that adds another weight upon you. But in general, for KVP preparation, there is this book of these cumulated questions of KVPI, right? Doing that book is actually pretty good. See, because if I talk from a view of KVPI SX, which is the KVPI which is in 12th, where the biology part does not matter for you, it's basically like a test of your JEE, only that the type of questions that come in it are slightly more different. KVPI asks more conceptual questions. So if I talk from a general point of view, that there's this book, I think it's from Disha Publications. It has topic wise of your KVPY questions. So because you're in 11th, you would not have covered all the topics. So based on what topics you have covered, you can you can do the question, past KVPY questions from that book in that topic.
Okay, thank you.
All right, fine.
सर
So,
एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन छोटा सा ही है.
अच्छा.
अब भैया हमें कौन कौन सी बुक्स मतलब आप रेकमेंड करोगे गाइड बुक्स के लिए अपार्ट फ्रॉम मॉड्यूल्स?
The books that are a necessity for physics, so obviously HCV है. After that, if you see, there's this proper hierarchy that you do. So in physics, first you solve the assignments that sir gives you, then you move on to HCV, and if you finish HCV, then do Iridoc, because you have to also keep in mind that you're also preparing for JEE Advanced. So this is the hierarchy you do for physics. These three books are a necessity. What I did was DC Pandey I did not use much. Some of my friends did, but I in fact only bought DC Pandey for the electricity and magnetism part of it, because that was the one part in physics that I felt, yes, maybe I need some more practice. That is for physics. In chemistry, see, the assignments they give you are important. In chemistry, the guidebooks don't matter much. In physical, if you want, yes, you can solve Avasti. It is a good collection of problems. Once you mainly where you need to solve a reference book will come in organic and inorganic. I don't know whether you have started organic or inorganic, but in organic, sir will advise you to do Himanshu Pandey by GR. It's a GRB publication. After that, you can actually move on to MS Chauhan, because HP Pandey is a good starter. And Himanshu Pandey, sorry. And in inorganic, of course, you will have the Balaji publications type book. So, so in chemistry, mainly guidebooks will be only in organic and inorganic. In physical, I did not feel much of a need because the assignments that sir provided were pretty good. But yes, if you want, you can solve Avasti. In chemistry, I think the modules you get are of Cengage. So those are good, and of course, apart from that, the assignments that sir gives from Rezo and all are good. So in mathematics, I do not use any other guidebook.
Right.
Okay, thank
But
you
yes,
भैया आपने अवस्थी के सारे क्वेश्चन लगाए थे.
There are certain books that you could buy. I mostly bought certain extra books when it came to chemistry, because in chemistry, especially in inorganic, things can come which you may not find in, say, an NCRT or in any other assignment, because in inorganic they do ask that way. So I used a book called JEE for inorganic. That is pretty good. It gives, so I do not use it don't use it as a textbook, use it as a reference. So say in an exam, if you see an inorganic, I don't think you would have started inorganic right now, but say you see a question from a reaction that maybe you do not know, and you can't find it in the notes that sir gives you, then JDL will most likely have it. So for chemistry, the only extra book I bought was JDL. But apart from that, I stuck to the books in all three subjects. I stuck to the books that the sirs told us to buy.
All right. Ayush, did you solve Irodov completely or partially?
Irodov mechanics.
Mechanics complete. Okay.
Because the rest slightly different from what JEE does. But mechanics Irodov is pretty good.
It is actually. So,
solved all questions from Narendra Avasthi. Like there are about 350 questions in each chapter.
Yeah, so you can keep the I think the level 2 questions for your advanced prep, because you'll need a fresh set of questions then. The level 1, I think, should in each chapter should have 100 odd questions. So the level 1 is pretty good. If you want, you can move on to the level 2, but I kept the level 2 for the advanced prep. But Avasthi also, I did not solve for all topics. I solved it only for particular topics. Because we had plenty of assignments for the other topics. I solved it for topics like ionic equilibrium, atomic structure. You need to do a large volume of questions, and then topics like thermo. Then later on you'll have electrochemistry. Those sort of topics.
all right. So I think it's enough. You have asked so many questions. I think जो लोग नहीं पूछ रहे थे उनको भी कुछ common questions रहे होंगे, आंसर मिल गए होंगे. And Ayush is here, don't worry. कभी भी कुछ पूछना हो या कुछ कोई conversation चाहिए किसी को तो arrange किया जा सकता है. But it's too early to go for things, certain things. कुछ ऐसे plans बनाना, goals बनाना. अभी it is too early for that. तो एकदम fresh batch है. भैया यहाँ रहेंगे. आयुष है अभी. और आयुष मेरा एक क्वेश्चन ये था अबाउट दिस ऑनलाइन लर्निंग थिंग, बिकॉज यू वर नॉट कंप्लीट पार्ट ऑफ इट कि जनवरी से पहले ही हमारा सिलेबस फिनिश हो गया था एंड यू गेव दिस एग्जाम, बट मार्च ऑनवर्ड्स we had some revision classes and some doubt classes as well. So comparing offline to online mode, how comfortable you were in this online mode?
Offline is always more comfortable because it gives it's offline is always much easier. But the online classes are also pretty well conducted. But if I were to compare the two, then yes, offline is always preferable because it makes asking doubts much easier and all that.
Correct. So I have to appreciate your patience as well, because जो exam होना चाहिए था जुलाई में, that somehow happened in September, or you all of you, whole batch has to wait for so many months और उसके बाद exam दिया. So I don't know how you because I definitely personally बताऊँ तो eventually मैं तो इतना पेशेंस नहीं रख सकता कि 3-4 months तक मैं होल्ड करके रखा हूँ, मेरा एग्जाम नहीं हो रहा. एंड as you rightly said in chemistry, कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं कि हमको वो रिटेंशन प्रॉब्लम आती है. तो वो इनऑर्गेनिक वाला पार्ट कैसे किया फिर? वो क्या 3-4 महीने तक रिवाइज करते रहे या लास्ट मोमेंट पे आके रिवाइज कर लिया? फिर क्या किया?
So I used, because I had this long lockdown period, I actually decided to take some time and properly read JDL. JDL offers a good set of reactions, but yes, but then in the middle, yes, I did feel inorganic was again slightly lacking. Last 1.5 months before the exam, I again started. I reread our notes for inorganic around thrice, and then looked at some reactions I would have marked from JDL. So what's up?
Okay. So this has been a great help, Ayush. Thanks for coming here. Thanks for answering all these queries. We all wish you best of luck for all future endeavors, and I know you are going to do great. I was a fan of your composure and your humbleness, the way you I mean it is evident, right? जिस तरह तुम बात कर रहे हो, and every student should learn from you कि भाई किस तरह डिसिप्लिन तरीके से हमें ये जर्नी कंप्लीट करनी है और उसमें कैसे वो काम एंड कंपोजर मेंटेन रखना है. तो it was really nice teaching you, Ayush, और मेरे ख्याल से we'll stay in touch always.
सर नॉन पढ़ाई रिलेटेड एक डाउट है.
नॉन पढ़ाई रिलेटेड बात करनी है। अच्छा
सर
चलो
भैया
कर लो,
से
चल ले लो। हाँ भैया को थोड़ा टाइम दो, बहुत हो गया टाइम उनको।
कौन से
तो जल्दी से
स्ट्रीम
पूछ
में कौन सा स्ट्रीम चूज करने वाले हो, मतलब कौन से आईटी में?
सर मैं भी यही पूछने वाला था।
I am still
अच्छा
unsure. First, I'll have to wait for the ranks to come out. But right now, I actually have still a physics orientation. I feel that maybe after all this, I will go for. I might not look for the corporate or all that. I will look for research
ISC
oriented. Research oriented. So first, let the ranks come out. 5th October के दिन
115 आया, उसमें ISC तो हो जाएगा ना?
हाँ वो तो हो जाएगा, but then I will not probably go for ISC right now because ISC is not renowned for its bachelor's course. There are many people say that the professors, while they are great professors, they do not put much focus on the bachelor's course. So ISC, yes, maybe हो सकता है. They haven't sent out their call letters yet, but वो I will not probably take it.
आप क्वांटम कंप्यूटिंग ले लेना आईआईटी दिल्ली में, फिजिक्स भी है, सीएस भी है, सब कुछ है, एकदम बढ़िया है, जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी बहुत है।
सही है। देखो शिवन सजेस्ट कर रहा है तुमको क्या लेना चाहिए। गुड। ओके ओके आयुष, थैंक यू भाई। ओके बेटा चलो।
थैंक यू भैया।
हाँ भाई